Alright, in our last video we looked at creating a new form, which we did here. Created our first form using the Advanced Forms add-on. What we'd like to look at now is adding fields to that form. So I'm going to click on the Fields button for our new form. And I'm taken to the Fields page for this particular form. You can see on the left here we got a list of all the different field types that are available. So if we want to add a new field, we simply click on the field type. We'll go ahead and add a regular text box to this form. And you can see we've got quite a few options here, and we'll walk through each of these. Required, whether or not the field is required when someone fills it out, we'll set that to yes. The label is what will show up as the label when someone's filling out the form. We'll just call this name. We'll ask them for their name. Default value, if I wanted to pre-populate this field with a particular value, then that's what I can do here. You can set a specific width in pixels for the field. You don't have to put, say I wanted this to be 150 pixels, I don't have to put the px for pixels like you would normally do with CSS. You can just leave that as 150. Maximum input, you can specify a number of characters that you want to be the maximum number that can be specified in this field. Searchable is mainly for data display integration. If I'm integrating this form with data display and I want to be able to search this field, then you'll want to make sure you select yes for that. Otherwise, it's not necessary. URL parameter. I'm going to fill this out. What this will let you do is pass a particular value through the URL to the field to pre-populate it with a certain value, which can be useful just in certain situations. It can be particularly useful with drop-down boxes if for some reason you want to pre-select a value, and it can potentially be useful with a regular text box as well. But I'm going to go ahead and specify a value for this, and I'm just going to call it name as well. And I'll show you how that works in just a minute, what that'll do. And CSS class, if I had a specific CSS class I wanted to assign to this field, then I could do that there, but we'll leave it blank. And we'll go ahead and save this field. You can see that it lists here on the right hand side. I have the option to edit it, delete it. We've got a checkbox showing that it's required. And so what we'll do now is we will return to our website now that we've got a field added to this form. And I'm just going to add this to our home page, this advanced form. Add block. Scroll down to the advanced form block. Select that. And we've got my new form is the only one that's available. We don't have any styles that we've created, so we're going to leave that blank, and we're going to not require SSL. So I'm going to add this form. And you can see our form is now listed here. I'm going to exit edit mode so we can play with this a little more. So here's our form with our name and our text box. I'm just going to submit this, and you can see that it does it all using Ajax, so no page refresh, it just automatically submits that. Let me refresh the page real quick just so we can see the usage of that URL parameter. If you remember, we specified name as our label. We also specified name as the URL parameter. And what I can do is pre-populate this field, pass the name parameter, and let's just call it my name. And I just refresh the page, and we can see that it automatically populates that into there. If this were a drop-down box or other field, then it would automatically select the appropriate value. So that can just be useful in certain situations when you need to do that. But that is basically the process of adding a new form to, or adding a new field to your form.